Hi everybody, welcome back to the Brain Cancer Runner. Tonight I'm racing the Masters Road Relays for the first time ever. I became a V40 last year, but apparently you get in there when you were 35 anyway. I've never ever done a Masters, so this is my first one. I'm over in Jarrow. There are 3 people on a team. I'm going off first. Each person runs 2 laps of a 1.5k loop around this lovely park, and it's relatively flat. I had a look on Strava and I think it was 20 metres of elevation in one of the races I saw last year, which is pretty much nothing. So as I said, I'm going off first. 2 lads after me are both seniors. I'm the only master on our team at 40-year-old. Been feeling good lately, so I'm just going to try and go out and try and give the lads keep a good position for them. I'm not as fast as them two. They're both way faster than me, which is a shame, but it's just the order that we'll put the teams in. And the order that we'll put the teams in, the order has to be run. So unfortunately, they're going to be going off behind me, and like I said, hopefully I can keep a good pace and give them someone to battle against. Generally, people put the slower people further back, so they'll hopefully have some people to catch. But obviously, I'm going off first, so I'm going off with all the super rapid people, which is, you know, a little bit of pressure, but you know, I'm just here to have fun. I haven't run a relays for about 2 years with having the little man, and then obviously having surgery with cancer and stuff. So it's been about 2 years since the last relay race I did. And I've actually never done this one before. I've done a lot of them over the years, but this one I've never done. But like I say, I checked it out on Strava and it looks all right. It's always pretty difficult, but we'll just be going out and trying to hold a decent pace. I'm going to aim for about 4:10 pace. But yeah, we'll just see how we go. Try and be sensible with it. You know, 3k, it's just as go as hard as you can and hold on, really. But like I say, yeah, try and go sensible, try not to absolutely dust myself so it's horrible, but it's going to be horrible anyway. It's 3k race. But I think 4:10 pace, I'm currently running at about 4:20 for a 5k, so I reckon 4:10, or if I can get under that, I'll be well happy. Back in the day, running 3k, I would have been trying to get under 12 minutes, obviously, but I'm just not in that shape these days. So, you know, if I can do better than that, then I'll be well happy. But just happy to be here. Try and get out there and do some running, racing with the club. I'm in my club vest tonight. Hopefully I'm allowed to record and no one catches us and I don't get wrong for it, because I'll probably get myself disqualified and the team. But yeah, we'll just deal with that if it happens, and hopefully it doesn't. So yeah, enjoy the race, enjoy the footage, and hopefully I do all right. Yeah, thanks very much. So we are straight into this today, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I've tried to sync my Garmin watch up to my recording so that you can see some stats of the race. Unfortunately, my watch didn't get GPS beforehand, so some of the stats like the course map and gradient aren't on there. I'm not quite sure why. Normally my watch is really quick at getting GPS, but for some reason on this night it just didn't do it. So you'll see as well there at the start, we started on the left, I started on the left on the grass. I should have tried to start more to the right, but I just didn't really think about it when I started. So we had more grass to run on, and then it was quite hard to get onto the path. I was like looking over my shoulder and making sure I wasn't running into people. As I said in the start there, the goal was to go at about 4:10, but I was wary I didn't want to leave the lads behind me with too much work to do as well. I wanted to keep us in a good position, although I mean we've got no chance of winning. Like what I knew with me and with the team, we had no chance of winning, so I wasn't too bothered about that. I was just trying to run my own race, but thinking about them as well and going first. There is quite a lot of pressure on there. I was actually quite anxious at the start of the race, which I think it's just because I haven't done any in a long while, especially relays where other people are relying on you to get round and do well. I was feeling my heart going a bit. I was a bit anxious, but just trying to stay in the pack. Obviously the lads in front of us, I know the poly lads at least, and in these races I'm always looking at them to gauge where I am in the race, because I know, you know, Sean that's in front of us there, you can see just further down, I know he's a faster runner than me, so I'm just trying to make myself stay in the right positions within the poly, because they're the only people I can really gauge myself off. But obviously trying to pace it as well so I don't completely bonk and knock myself. I mean, it's only 3k, so you can't bonk that much, but if your legs go, then you're running through treacle, it's just not fun. So trying to give as much energy as I can and give it as much as I can, but at the same time you know, be wary that I don't want to totally kill myself. So trying to gauge, like I said, trying to gauge myself off the other runners. Simon Ebbett's up in front of us and Steve Clark, who are faster runners than me as well. I can't really remember who was behind us on the night, but I was just waiting for the polyvests to come past us, and if there was anyone that was running about my pace, to try and latch onto them. But yeah, it's only a 3k race, 600 metres in, not doing too bad, a little downhill section here, and I'd recce'd it as well, so I did do a little run around beforehand, so I know that this little bit here is a bit steep coming up, and then it's a long gradual hill after that. And these guys coming past us, like I was wary of them, and I was thinking, do I go with them? I wasn't checking my pace at all. You'll see I barely looked down at my watch. I was just running for feel, and you know, I felt alright. I wasn't absolutely knackered, but it was hard work. I mean, you can see my heart rate's at 168. I don't think it gets too high. Like 180s for me is like max sprinting, which would have been where I was in the 5k I did not recently, where I got into the 21s for the first time. I used to do a lot of these relays back in the day before I got ill, obviously, and I always wanted to be a good team member first and just put in a good effort, and if I could do better every time, then that was always my goal. So this bit here, it doesn't look too bad, which is why I'm a bit disappointed the gradient and the map's not working, because it would have given you a better idea of how early it is, because it doesn't look bad, but it was just a bit of a slog. It was a bit naughty. Yeah, trying to get around, give it a good effort, try and keep my teammates in a good place. This guy's coming up the side of us on the grass, and I hadn't a clue what he was doing. He's running with a bottle of water. I'm like, that's the thing, like when you're doing these races, you can't really gauge yourself against other people, like if you don't know them. And I was like, what are you doing, mate? I was a bit confused. But just, yeah, like I say, just trying to concentrate on myself, my own pace. Look at the watch there as I'm going uphill. Still running like 4-minute pace. I was still averaging lower than what I think. Oh no, it just kicked over a kilometre. That's what I was looking at, and it was a 3:59 for that first kilometre, which is a lot faster than I wanted to go. Like I said, I wanted to do 4:10. I mean, a lot faster. 10 seconds over a kilometre. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, it hurts if you do a lot of them. Yeah, breathing's quite heavy. Getting around the first lap. But yeah, the start was quite quick as well. It was basically just like ready, go, and that was it. Everyone was off, so I just got a bit off guard, get across the grass, and I'm just trying to give, like I said, Jack, Craig, who's coming after us first, and then Jack, who's third in our leg, in our team, just trying to give them as good a position as they can. But as I said in the start, normally you have your fastest people go first so they can challenge the rest, and then you get slower as you go. We actually did it back to front. We had me first, who's the slowest runner, then Craig, and then Jack. Jack's our cross-country captain. He's rapid, so he went last in our team. I'm sure he's faster than Craig anyway. I haven't actually seen the results. Yeah, we did it back to front, but you know, that might be an advantage to them. And I was speaking to Craig afterwards. Actually, he said he overtook about 10 people. So you know, them running with people who aren't as fast as them and being a little bit further back because of me is probably giving them a good, like, you can latch onto the people ahead of you and use them as like a target and a goal to chase after. So coming through the start line here for the second lap, I wasn't looking at anyone. I was just head down, try and concentrate, keep going. Obviously getting loads of applause off my teammates, my club mates, should I say, and my teammates, I guess, if they're out there, who haven't warmed up. But yeah, first lap done. That was it. Quite quick. These 3Ks are they're quite difficult. Like I say, I haven't done one in a long time. And yeah, I just want to. The more you do them, the more you get used to the pain. The more you can. Yeah, you just get used to doing it, and you get used to pushing harder. And this is my first one in years, so it's been a while. But I do enjoy them. 3K short and sharp. It's really painful, but you just push through, and it's over quite quickly. I mean, it's over within what, 12 minutes. This one's slightly shorter of 3K, I believe. Let's have a look at my Strava. Yeah, my Strava says 2.9K, so a little bit shorter 3K. This is slightly uphill as well. But again, two guys have gone past us, and I was thinking, do I go with them? And I knew I'd run a just under 4 minutes for the first kilometre. I was like, if I can kind of keep that pace. I wasn't sure how I would do. I wasn't sure how my legs would do over the 3K. Just trying to ease into the running and just keep going, really. keep my pace in mind, but like I said, there's a lot of pressure when you're going first. You're trying to hold on. And I knew this guy was struggling a little bit on this little hill, so just try and get past him as quick as I can. Duck over the trees. Duck over the trees? Duck under the trees. And just trying to, like, I think at some point I tried to control my breathing because I realised it was getting out of hand. Shorten my stride, because I tend to overstride as well. I did that at park run, overstriding, and I did it in the track as well last week. I didn't record that one actually. Like I said, I didn't have my clip on my cap because I've been washing my caps, and I just forgot my clip when I was at training, so I didn't take my camera. But presumably at some point you should hear me try and control my breathing. There it goes. That sounds like it's me trying to control it a bit better. So I realised I was not doing myself any favours. I'm really trying to look after that breathing and bring the heart rate down a little bit. And just, I never run the heart rate. I never even look at it. But just trying to control myself, make sure I'm doing all right. 2Ks just clicked on my watch. That was a 4:07. So again, my goal was to run 4:10. I'm way under that so far. Really happy with it so far. And now it's what, the last kilometre in my head. Just try and keep going. Little hill coming up. And yeah, just plugging away. Quick and easy run. Lovely evening for it. Honestly, weather was absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit breezy in the shades and a little bit chilly, but other than that, it was absolutely perfect. It was like running in the summer. Nice summer's evening. I think it was about 10-12 degrees. It's absolutely lovely. And I think about here is where my GPS starts going a bit haywire. Yeah, you see my pace drop massively. So my pace obviously hasn't changed. I think the GPS finally triggered at like 2.5k into the race. So I'll just turn the stats off because they're completely useless now. I think the pace goes out the window, the distance goes out the window. It's about, what, 600 metres from here left of the race, if that. And I can tell you now, I ran the last 890 metres, or 0.9 of a kilometre, at 4:04 pace, and I did the whole thing in 11:46. So I was under the goal of what I wanted to be at. So just, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Thanks to my teammates, Craig and Jack. And thanks to all my club mates who stood on the sidelines and cheered everyone on. It was a really good turnout tonight. Really enjoyed it. Hoping to do more of these. So I'll be getting signed up and doing more relay races in the future. So yeah, you'll be seeing them on the channel some more. I always enjoyed them, and it was lovely to get out of this one. It was brilliant weather for it, so it was really nice. And on a course I've never done before, so that was lovely. But yeah, enjoy the rest of this footage. It's coming up to the last corner now, so well, the last corner. Yeah, like there's a little bend at the end, but other than that, yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers for tuning in, and see you on the next video, guys. Thanks very much. Look after yourselves.
I see, no change. Sick.
Come on, lads.
That'll be 17.5, is it? No, 17.30.
Oh fuck.